Alex, final pre-season game, a good encounter.
Yeah, I think that it was as close to a league game as you can make a pre-season game. I thought that we learned probably from last year playing Chelsea here in the last game. It probably wasn't real, if that makes sense. This felt real. It was a really good test for us. They're going to be favourites for League Two next year, and we knew it would be a really good game. But I've got to be honest. I thought that first half. We played some really top stuff and probably should have scored more. Second half, first time the teams really played together in terms of a pre-season game. We've obviously been mixing it up, but the first time they've played together, and I thought second half there's just a few bits and pieces that we need to just tidy up when maybe a team starts to build. But after that kind of initial 10 minutes, I thought that after that we looked again just to have real control, some really good bits and pieces, lots of crosses, lots of shots, set plays, all of those things that we want to be and we want to see. But I think what I liked most today was the intensity of what we played at. That's how we want to see our team. Everyone here wants to see their team, and we've set our levels. So really pleasing. Nice to finish on a positive, and we've got a really good week now to build into next week.
That first half, as you said, there's plenty of chances there on goal and on target, which is nice to see. But the goal itself from Dan Kemp, it was a really nicely worked one.
Yeah, well, it comes in the initial parts. It comes from a press and really good work from people, running and getting to the ball, and we win it back. And Harvey White, when he plays forward, is a really top player, and he played forward lovely, and our 9 looks after it. It's reliable and lovely set, and that's where you want Kempy, on the edge of the box, right or left foot. That's where you want him, and that today was a nice combination for us in terms of 9 and 10 and combining to score. So, and that's what we want to see more of course. So, but we said last year a lot that we want to be a team that gets the ball wide, puts cross, but you have to set that up. I think that you have to make sure that when it comes wide, you've got people in the box, and it's been something that we've been working on a lot. And we definitely saw that today. We saw a lot more positive play in terms of 1v1, people getting at people. That helps when you play wingers, because wingers naturally want to do that. But also fullbacks or butts, and Luther, got and joined in to put crosses in, and then we sustained that pressure on them to be able to build. So, no, some really good stuff. And we've always said that pre-season's about learning. We've learned every game. We've learned different things. We've looked at each game, and now you feel like that we're in a good place now to begin the season.
Dare I say it, you looked an angry man at the goal conceded.
Yeah, because it should. What we can't allow to happen is we can't allow those situations to happen. When you're 2-0 up in a game with 5 minutes to go and you allow a team a really soft goal that is really, avoidable, all of a sudden the game changes. And if that's a league game away with fans, and the whole situation changes. We didn't have added time today. All of a sudden, it's you can't allow those types to happen. So that needs to be cut out, because it doesn't put a negative on the performance from my point of view. It just leaves a little bit of a sour taste, because it should have been another clean sheet leading into the season, because the back four I thought were outstanding, and it's just a little bit disappointing from that point of view, but. We iron that out and it doesn't happen again.
Any early news on Jake Young? I mean, his afternoon didn't last very long.
No, I think he just felt a little twinge in his calf, so I think it's better to protect that and hopefully nothing too serious. You don't want to see that in the last game of pre-season really, but things like that happen. I've seen a lot of injuries at the moment in pre-season games. I've seen more than probably I've seen before, so it's a bit of a worry with that. But listen, we're all fit, we're all ready to go. We're hopefully getting players back that have been out. It'd be great to start getting people like Bez Labala more involved. Dan Phillips is on the mend, which is great news. Louis Thompson's now fully training with us, so he's worked extremely hard. So, and Saxon will be training again next week. So all of a sudden, you know, it's nice to go into the season with, you know, majority of the squad all fit, which is really important to us because we're going to have a small squad, but of quality, we feel. And we've got to try and keep everyone as fit as we can.
Can anything be read into your selection for today?
No, because I don't want it to be. No, because you know it's the first time we've really seen Chem and Butts play together. We've seen Butts and Phoenix. We know that what Phoenix can do, and we've seen enough of Phoenix to know his qualities, and even when he came on, what he can do. And you know, Dan Sweeney's breathing down the neck that he would have wanted to play as centre half today, but I just felt it was good to see Charlie and Pidge back together. Midfield at the moment, that is our, you know, that's what we've got at the moment because of the injuries that we've had, but hopefully that will change. And I think the forward players, what we're trying to do is that we can change that front three at any point, in game, before games, certainly after games. But no, we want to just want to make sure that everyone's come through today fit and healthy, and then we'll pick a team to go to Blackpool to make sure that we start the season in a really positive fashion. So yeah, all to play for. Players have shown today what they can do. Players have shown before today what they can do. So we're in a really good place with that, really positive, and really looking forward to next week.
Thanks, Alex.